So this new Roblox anime game just scammed everyone. And it's just crazy to me how every new game we get ends up being a bigger disappointment than the last. But y'all might be thinking I'm using the term scam lightly, but I'm really not. If this isn't a scam, I don't know what is. But let me explain what I mean. Today I'm talking about the game I covered a few days ago called Grand Kaizen. Now if you watched my video on Grand Kaizen, you probably already understood not to be that excited for this game, but I'm sure a lot of people that ended up playing the game had no idea about my video. But in that video I showed the disaster this game is. Practically everything in the game was bugged a day before release and none of it got fixed, or very little of it. And for those of you that didn't play the game or watch my video on it, let me explain some of the bugs and the severity of them. For example, the map was obviously not complete, but they still continued with that map. There was floating rocks, holes in the map, literal secret tunnels that weren't real secret tunnels but just places you could go in the map because they weren't complete. But those are really some of the smaller issues. The real problem is there was like pretty much no PvE content and half of the skills don't even work. Now to be fair, I believe they fixed some of these issues, but overall it really didn't change the end result because they don't even have enough content in this game to really consider it a game. I really don't think this is even a video game I'm looking at. Now to obtain the skills you're spending money on, you have to use the skill tree, and a skill tree system is generally pretty good, a lot better than just a normal stat system usually. So you're probably thinking everything is fine, but the great part about this is there's no skill trees in the game. They just didn't add them. And you could say the same for the PvE content that was supposed to get added, like bosses and whatnot. They're simply not in the game. The game had a total of 5 bandits and there was so little PvE content that they had to max the server size at 5 players per server because they knew there wasn't any content for everybody to do. And obviously if you have like 15 people in the server, you're all going to be fighting for the 5 bandits, so they had to make the server size 5 people. Now this does all sound really bad, but why do I really consider this game a scam? Well, the first thing is the data just straight up didn't save, so the people that did spend money at the start of the game's release, they didn't even actually get the things they spend for. Now to be fair, they did say DM a staff member if this happened to you and they'll restore you, but to be honest, I don't think they're actually doing it, or rather they might be doing it, but they said only if you have proof, and that might be only in the form of a clip instead of just actually showing your purchase history. And even then, there was 31,000 people on release. Literally thousands of people got scammed, and I promise you not all those people are getting restored. And honestly, even if they did get restored, it really doesn't matter because outside of this, it really doesn't change the fact that the game has nothing to do with the skills. And the devs knew all the problems with the game. They knew the game was unfinished. They knew the game just straight up wasn't in a playable state, but they still released it simply to get people to spend and waste their money. Oh, and if you think they weren't successful, I'm telling you, you are very wrong because he actually posted a screenshot of how much money he made. He made 3.7 million Robux in 30 minutes. And not only that, he's proudly flexing on everybody he scammed in his own Discord server. He was calling people broke. He's proudly flexing that he's gonna go blow the money he just scammed on for his girl. And pretty much he's just saying he's eating good with the money he just got off y'all spins. I also want to bring up the fact that they changed the rates. In my last video, you guys might have seen that the spin system, the highest rarity was 1%, but they actually halved it to 0.5%. Now normally I would give the game the benefit of the doubt and say, damn, they just probably changed their mind last minute. But in this case, I really don't think so. I think the whole 1% was literally just so YouTubers would say the rates are pretty reasonable and give good publicity to the game, when in reality, they never planned for the spin rates to be that generous. I also just feel like they completely manipulated most of the YouTubers on this game. They said the PvE content is going to be coming and a lot of the things are going to be fixed before release, which led to a lot of YouTubers saying positive things about the game. A lot of YouTubers literally thought it was a combat test because they said not all of the PvE was in the game yet. But like I said, to me, it just looks like they were lying and the PvE probably doesn't even exist. I mean, if the PvE did exist, I assume at least some of it would be in the game by now. And some of you guys might remember that they actually bought this game from the previous devs. These are not the original devs that made the original Grand Kaizen. And the funny part about that is apparently they scammed the previous devs, which is why a lot of the issues happened with this version of the game. I don't know all the specific details on that, so I'm not going to talk about it too in detail, but I do know it's pretty accurate, or I guess allegedly pretty accurate. Apparently they promised one of the old owners of the game that they bought it from a certain percentage of the game still, and they ended up cutting them off and not giving them a percentage at all. And let me clarify this by saying allegedly so I don't get another haze piece situation. But to me, this has just got to be one of the most blatant scammings I've seen on Roblox. Like, not only are they scamming, they're literally flexing on the people they scammed on, saying, yeah, I got your money, little bro. And the fact that Roblox anime is so dry right now that over 30,000 people hopped on this trash game is insane. Like, I thought we hit an all-time low with Pixel Piece, then we got Wisteria 2, and now we're getting this, and it just seems like everything somehow is going wrong. And that's not even mentioning the fact that Roblox anime games are consistently getting taken down by the brands now. I'm not even trying to drag it, but if there was a time to click the panic button, this would be the time. And I also want to clarify for those people that said they already played this game before it actually released, you're talking about a different game which is actually better. Grand Kaizen was the original, but the game actually got leaked, so people have other versions of Grand Kaizen which are actually unironically better, like I said. But either way, let me know how you guys feel about this situation. I feel like it's really time to click the panic button and let me know if you guys agree with that. And also, if you guys want to hit the like and subscribe button, it helps the algorithm, and I really want this video to blow up so people know about this, and hopefully those devs don't get to do this again. But thanks for watching. Love y'all. Later.